Wednesday passes with little incident, but on Thursday, everything shifts up a gear. The Passover feast is approaching, and the week's plot thickens as two stories diverge. There is Judas, unable to reconcile the reality of who Jesus is with his own expectations. He goes off to meet with the chief priests, looking for an opportunity to hand Jesus over when there's no crowd to interfere. And then there is Peter and John, who are sent with the important task of preparing for the Passover meal for Jesus and the disciples. They find a secluded upper room and start the preparations. It's during the Passover meal that our story gathers speed. Jesus has been looking forward to this meal, but he also knows what lies ahead. This Passover meal helped them to remember their story. It was full of symbols. Bitter herbs symbolized bitter bondage. They would remember freedom from bondage and death in Egypt almost 1,500 years ago. Salty water symbolized their escape through the Red Sea. They would remember judgment on their oppressors, the plagues, and then finally all the chariots of Egypt being washed away as they escaped. And every year they would recite these words: "This year we eat in the year of bondage, next year in the land of promise." Their desire was for another Moses, another liberator, someone to free them from Rome. Jesus comes to the unleavened bread made with no yeast. It symbolized the hurry with which they had left Egypt. But Jesus suddenly goes off script. He starts to redefine these ancient symbols. People didn't do this. This is my body given for you. He takes the cup, the wine. It symbolized the goat's blood on the doorposts in Egypt, that when the angel of death would pass over the Israelite homes. And he redefines this too. This is my blood shed for you. This is my covenant. Covenants were always sealed in animal blood, but he was talking about his blood. This is revolutionary talk. Earlier that day, Jesus has washed his disciples' feet. He has shown them what it means to serve. And throughout the meal, Jesus hints of the sacrifice he is about to make. Jesus is rewriting the Exodus story. The symbols are no longer about what has been, but what is about to happen. Jesus is the Passover lamb. Jesus is the promise of God to rescue his people and bring them into the promised land. God has not forgotten his people or his promises. He shows us symbols. He invites us to remember.